The Treaty of Paris of 1783 ended America's Revolutionary War and was favorable to this nation. Nonetheless, the United States violated the treaty as British Loyalists within the American colonies who fought for the Crown were denied reparations, violating Article 5. Further, the United States did not set at liberty the 500,000 Black Englishmen, as Parliament abolished all colonial slave codes and Negro laws under the American Colonies Act of 1766, and these Black colonials possessed British subjecthood by law. Yet the nation failed to grant fundamental due process of law to them, violating Article 7 in the treaty, derogation of international norms. These were significant and consequential treaty violations. Under the Articles of Confederation, America's Congress could bind the United States to this treaty. However, under the Articles, Congress lacked the requisite power to enforce provisions of the treaty on the individual states, as each state functioned almost like an autonomous nation. Moreover, state legislatures did not automatically comply or adhere to the directives of America's Congress. This inherent weakness in America's federal government during the early 1780s caused uncertainty about whether the treaty would be ratified, and even if it was ratified, would the United States citizens honor the treaty's terms? Fully apprised of this, the British imperial government signed the treaty on September 3, 1783, and America's Congress ratified the Treaty of Paris on January 14, 1784. The executed treaty was exchanged between the parties on May 12, 1784, in Paris, France, and this left British Loyalists and Black Englishmen in limbo, trapped in a hostile land. These British colonials risked everything and found themselves cut adrift. For Black colonials living in the former 13 British colonies, being cut adrift and a weak American federal government had dire implications, especially since towering founding fathers such as George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and James Madison were claiming that they owned Black Englishmen. As well, the issues of reparations for British Loyalists and liberty for Black Englishmen were unpopular issues and could have caused America's disunification. By the war's end, the British had lost the 13 colonies and forsaken those who had fought by their side. The Loyalists were left without hope of reparations, and 500,000 Black Englishmen were enslaved and exploited in America. The mother country abandoned these Englishmen, caught between two nations. In truth, the British had no appetite to protect Loyalist possessions or guarantee liberty for its Black subjects in its former 13 colonies. From their vantage, the cost was high, the logistics difficult, and the political will to support such an undertaking in London was lacking. For the British, the Treaty of Paris had been agreed to and ratified by America's federal government. And while the British imperial government was cognizant of the fact that America's government was fragmented and lacked the cohesion to ensure treaty compliance, England had an executed international treaty with the United States. It was America's problem now. By failing to press America to fully comply and honor treaty terms, the British abandoned its subjects and nurtured racial tyranny. The United States, in thinking they had secured a favorable deal from the British, America's leaders had, in truth, compromised the essence of the American dream. They betrayed the ideals of equal treatment under the rule of law when they failed to grant the 500,000 Black Englishmen due process of law. The Treaty of Paris was a flawed agreement and a profound betrayal of liberty. The rule of law is not optional. It is the foundation of any just society. Please share and visit our website at Wells Center on American Exceptionalism and look for future videos.